For all your t-shirt needs, check out TeePublic's Killer Selection. Follow the link in the description. Hey, what's up, people? Piz Al here, and today I want to talk to you guys about 2017's Happy Death Day. And yes, before anybody can say it in the comment section below, Happy Death Day is the horror movie equivalent to Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, in that it finds a college student by the name of Tree forced to relive the same day over and over again, a day that ends with her being killed by someone dressed like that behind me with that creepy baby face mask. Now it's up to Tree to figure out who's killing her and why they're killing her in order to end this cycle of daily death. Now, I know I'm showing up really late to the party for Happy Death Day. It's a movie I wanted to check out back when it first hit theaters back in October. I just never got around to it. The movie got really good reviews. The movie made a lot of money at the box office, which is always great to hear when a horror movie is released theatrically. It gets good reviews and it makes good money, because that means more good horror movies will hopefully be released theatrically. And having finally seen Happy Death Day, I can say that it is a pretty darn good, highly entertaining horror comedy kind of slasher movie, I guess, when you consider that there is a pretty sizable body count, even though it's the same person being killed over and over again in just in different ways. My favorite thing about Happy Death Day was the performance of Jessica Rothe as Tree. Now, in the beginning of the film, she is not the most likable character in the world. As a matter of fact, you can kind of understand why someone would want her dead, and probably why a great many people would want her dead. And that, of course, sets up the the sort of murder mystery of who's killing her and why, even though there's a pretty long list. But Jessica Rothe's performance as Tree really holds this movie together. I loved seeing her character arc from where she begins to, where she ends by the end of the film. Just a fantastic performance from Miss Rothe all around. She handles the comedic elements well. She handles the horror elements well. She really carried the movie. Just great performance from Jessica Rothe. There's a great balance of humor and horror going throughout Happy Death Day, which echoes Chris Landon's last film, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, which I absolutely loved. If you guys have not seen Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, by all means, go check it out. Love that movie. I did a review of it a couple of years ago. Put that link in the description. Go check out that review. The movie sports a great supporting cast. From a technical point of view, the movie looks great. The pacing is spot on. It's a really intelligently written film. I thought there's a lot of fun, humorous moments. I loved the Groundhog Day reference at the end of the movie. I also really felt myself getting invested more and more in the character of Tree as the film progressed, and really rooting for her. My only real qualms with Happy Death Day have to do with the fact that I felt like the movie was initially shot to be R-rated, and then either through the editing process or through reshoots, they brought the film's rating down to that PG-13. It just felt like they were holding back, or that scenes had been edited down to remove some violence or some bloodshed. Now, I have no idea if this was the case with Happy Death Day, but it definitely felt that way. And I don't have anything against PG-13 horror. I've seen some really good PG-13 horror movies, but in the case of Happy Death Day, it really felt like the movie was initially intended to be R-rated, and that they were holding back, or that some scenes were truncated a little bit to cut out some violence and cut out some bloodshed to get that PG-13 rating. My only other qualm with Happy Death Day, and this is a minor qualm, and it's really more so a problem with me than with the movie, but as soon as I saw the killer in the movie, or the character that would end up being the killer in the movie, I was like, yep, that's the killer. Now, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here or anything like that. Again, I've just seen way too many of these kinds of murder mystery type movies. So at the end of the film, when the big reveal occurred, I was like, oh yeah, yep, I saw that one coming. Again, not a huge problem with the movie. It took away none of my enjoyment for Happy Death Day, but maybe that's just a flaw on my part for having seen way too many of these kinds of movies. Still, overall, I really, really enjoyed Happy Death Day. I think it's a really fun horror comedy, the horror equivalent of Groundhog Day, because the horror genre needed its very own Groundhog Day, and Happy Death Day definitely fits that bill and does it very, very well. If you've seen Happy Death Day, please let me know your thoughts on the film in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys out there are having a great, safe, happy, warm holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrate. Take care, and until next time, peace. Join the $1 a month club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons, Turi Delamore, Farron Sutton, Jeremiah Lambert, and Derek Jana. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.